going on, family? How y'all doing today? It's Cowboy coming at you. Just moving around, man. Let's see if we can find us somewhere to get us an afternoon smoke. See what I can come up with. Y'all relax. All right, family. I think I got somewhere a cowboy can get him a smoke at. Y'all see that sign behind me? I'm out west at the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge. So let's go in and see what's happening at Triple Leaf. So it's a nice place here, man. Nice and spacious. Plenty of good seating, plenty of room, nice high vaulted ceilings, televisions. It's got that walk-in humidor back there. It's a really neat place. It's a good place to come and hang out and chill. This is a very relaxed spot. It's not gonna get too rowdy in here. The guys sit in here and they play a lot of dominoes. They play a lot of cards. So I'm really digging Triple Leaf. Somewhere to run off to, smoke a cigar, have a good time without too much rowdiness. So I'm here early today. So I'm gonna get my smoke in early today. Good looking spot. Walk you guys in the humidor real quick. Take a look at the spacious humidor. Just enough room for the right amount of cigars. Good looking humidor there. So, that's what we've got. Yo, YouTube. It's Cowboy, man. I am sitting inside of, as I showed you guys, the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge, which is out west here in St. Louis off of Manchester. Fairly new establishment. Been open now since I think January of 2021. Very nice spot that these guys have out here. One of the owners by the name of Jay Wiseman, I've known for quite some time. I used to buy vehicles from him. He was a car broker for a while. He's got a buddy by the name of Jim that runs the spot for him. And I decided I was gonna come out here today, man, and early in the day and have a smoke and review one right here inside of the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge. So any of you guys that are in the St. Louis area that have not been out to Triple Leaf, it's a very nice spot, very quiet and quaint, a nice gentleman spot. These guys are in here having a good time, very spacious, great ventilation, and a very nice humidor. So I came out. Jay told me he wanted me to do a cigar review here in the shop, and he said that he would pick out the cigar. So that's what he did. So what we're getting ready to smoke today, right here inside of the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge, is the CLE Corojo. They call this the 1118 by Christian Eroy. Most of you guys know Christian Eroy now from CLE. He's been back out there on his own now for a while. Most of us remember him for the great job that he was doing over at Camacho. But Christian is out doing his own thing now, man. That family, the Eroy family, is doing great things. The father and his other brother as well. But that's a nice, slick looking dressing that comes on these CLE cigars, man. So this 1118 CLE Corojo, the size on this thing is a 6 by, let me pull that wrapper off of there because it's strange. It's a 6 by 48 by 54 by 48. I'm not exactly sure what they call that size. I know that there is a name for it, but there's a variation in the size as you go from the tip of the cigar to the foot of the cigar. So I'm very interested in smoking this thing, man. This thing is dressed as a Honduran Puro, 100% Honduran Corojo seed for the wrapper, Honduran binder, and Honduran fillers. On that smell, it's got a nice hay and grassy note. just a tad bit of maybe an apple cider vinegar note there. And I'm gonna say a mix of a cedar and an oak. On the foot, we've got just wood, earthiness, tad bit of sweet tobacco there on the foot. So I'm interested to smoke this thing, man. Some cowboy ain't gonna mess around. We're gonna go ahead and smoke this thing. It's quiet in here right now. I'm here early today. You guys may see a few guys walking around, but we're gonna get a straight cut on this thing, man. We're gonna cut him up, light him up, smoke him up. Cowboy gonna tell y'all what I think about this thing. Once again, the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge in Ballwin, Missouri. Come check these guys out. See what we got on this cold draw. Very nice draw, very open. Nice feel to the hand too, with that size going from 48 to 54 to 48. Really nice feel in the hand. I'm really digging that band too. That red and silver coming off of that Corojo wrapper looks good. But on that cold draw, I've got a woody note. Hay and just a tad bit of sweet tobacco. Not a whole lot to write home about on the cold draw. But we're gonna fire this thing up and see where it takes us. I hope everybody's having a good day, man. Cowboys out messing around. Decided I'd come smoke me one and get a review out of the way for you guys today. Small matches we got here, but we're gonna make this thing work. Really nice and pleasant inside of the spot, man. Nice and cool. Like I say, high vault to ceilings, great ventilation. So Cowboy's gonna sit here for a little while and enjoy this thing. Oh, and my man Jay brought me a beer out, one that I haven't had that I'm gonna drink with this. This is called the Yingling Black and Tan. I have no idea how this pairing is gonna go, but we're gonna work with it. Let's see what we got here. Right on the first couple of draws on that first retro here, I definitely got some black pepper going on right there. Spicy up front, spicy on the tongue. A nice woody note as well there on that retro. I think I could have got a better light on that thing, but I won't charge that to the game. You guys know how I score. Yeah, so far, woody, spicy, peppery. Not picking up any sweetness just yet as far as the tobacco profile. But I do have what I believe to be like a dark black tea note on the back of the tongue. So Cowboy's gonna smoke this thing down a little bit. I'm gonna get into this Yingling Black and Tan. Come back and let you guys know what we have with this thing. Coming to you live from the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge, Ballwin, Missouri. Well, family, as you can see, the CLE 1118 by Christian Eroa, Corojo, has a very nice billowing smoke to it. The smoke profile on the cigar is great. I am trying to figure this one out. Just a pretty kind of, not a whole lot of flavor profile going on right now as far as the sweetness goes anyway. I'm looking for a little bit more sweetness. But right now, just on the first portion of this cigar, when I told you guys when I lit that, I thought I was gonna have to touch it up, but I didn't touch it up so far. We don't have a perfect burn, but it's not a bad burn. It's holding on to a pretty good ash. But the first portion of the cigar is very woody, very cedar forward. I know a lot of guys like cedar and woodiness on their cigars. This is definitely on this first portion of the cigar, very cedar forward. Grassy hay notes. I'm getting that black pepper and cedar on the retro. Yeah, black pepper and cedar on the retro. I'm getting a tinge of what I consider to be a maybe a cayenne pepper, kind of like in the back of the throat. I'm still picking up a dry tea leaf note. I got a mild nuttiness going on right now. I think the nuttiness is beginning to pick up, but the nuttiness is kind of muted and mild right now. And a very mild sweetness. And I'm not exactly sure what sweetness that is that I'm getting. If it's a sugar, powdered sugar. No, not so much as sugar. Maybe like a honey butter type of a sweetness, but it's muted. So, Cowboy's gonna continue to smoke this thing down. This is the one that they suggested that I review right here in the shop today, while I drink the Yingling Black and Tan. Not a bad tasting beer, first time ever having it. So, but just on tasting, I believe I like to have this one next time with a nice bourbon. But we're gonna smoke this thing down a little bit further, see where we at. Well, family, as you guys can see, the smoke profile on this cigar is magnificent. The cigar is holding one hell of a great ash. So now we're getting down past that. The cigar was a 6 by 48 by 54 by 48. So we're getting right into the bulk of the 54 portion of the cigar, as you can see. Does not have a perfect burn, but the burn continues to keep catching up with itself. It's holding a great ash. The cigar is not an overly complex cigar at all. It's another one of those cigars that's, for me, it's just kind of straight down the middle. It's not taking you a whole lot of places. The flavor profile is, the cedar is just up front, very cedar forward. It's got a mild nuttiness to it. Definitely got some earthiness to it. I did begin to pick up some sweetness. And that sweetness that I'm getting on this cigar, for me, is like I'm gonna say it's a creamy honey butter type of a sweetness. I'm gonna say right now that the cigar is smoking medium in strength, low to medium on the body, and somewhere around medium, middle of the road on the flavors. I'm still looking for a little bit more flavor intensity out of the cigar. It's not a bad smoking cigar. And the way that this cigar is rolled, 48 by 54 by 48, is really giving this cigar the perfect draw. The cigar is drawing really well with that bigger portion of the cigar right there in the middle. I also am picking up a little bit of nutmeg there on the cigar. As I get down to this fatter portion of it, it's like the pepper on the retrohale is getting to be just a little bit more intense. Let's see what we're getting on that retro right now. Yeah, the pepper is picking up a little bit more towards the middle. And for me now, it's more of a mixture of a red and a black pepper during the retro with cedar. I am picking up a little bit of spice on the cigar. I got quite a bit of spice at the very beginning. I'm getting a little bit of spice now. That honey butter sweetness is kind of lingering on the palate a little bit more. The body seems to be picking up just a little bit, kind of getting a little bit more of a mouthfeel on the body. So, Cowboy's gonna continue to smoke this thing down, man, while I drink this Yingling Black and Tan. I do believe that if I ever smoke this cigar again, that I am going to pair it with a rye whiskey. I think the rye would really bring out this Corojo. Once again, this is the CLE Corojo Honduran Peru 6 by 48 by 54 by 48 from Christian Rule. Here we are. CLE Corojo 6 by 48 by 54 by Christian Rule. They call it the CLE Corojo 1118. As you guys can see, the smoke profile on this cigar, like I said before, is magnificent. Plenty of smoke. Nice, easy smoking cigar. Wonderful draw. I'm gonna say this would be a good early in the day smoke. I am, as I'm sitting here, I'm looking for a little bit of more flavors out of this CLE Corojo. But the cigar is pretty much just staying constant. Again, this is one of those cigars that's kind of straight down the middle. It has a very nice balance for the flavors that it does carry. Those few flavors are balanced and real nice. The aroma on this cigar for me is like a dry coffee aroma. The flavors are pretty much still the same as they've been throughout. The one big change was as I got towards the middle portion of the cigar where it got bigger. The pepper seemed to amp up a little bit. That retro is still, let's see. Still got a pretty nice medium retro there. And I'm gonna say a combination of a red and a black pepper. But the profile, definitely cedar forward. A little bit of a sweet cedar note there. I got the sweetness that I was getting, which was like a honey butter sweetness. A little bit of nutmeg. Still a nice little nutty note. And I'm gonna say that on the finish, this thing is gonna finish medium in strength. Low to medium on the body for me, and I'm gonna say medium in flavors. Like I said, nice easy smoking cigar though. I would love to pair this, like I said, with a rye whiskey. I think that rye is really gonna bring this Corojo out. So, as Cowboy sits here inside of the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge, if you guys can see that, come down and check my man Jay and Jimmy out, the owners of the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge here in Ballwin, Missouri. Tell them Cowboy sent you. Come in and check the place out, man. It's very nice and comfortable in here, man. You cannot beat the atmosphere. You can't even tell that you're smoking other than the smoke that you see right in front of your face, man. The ventilation in this place is wonderful. Very relaxed, very laid back spot. Nice and quiet. It's what you want sometimes when you're smoking a cigar. So, as Cowboy scores this cigar today on my score of 1 to 10, and then I'm gonna get out of here. We give the construction a 10. I had absolutely no problems with the construction on the cigar. The burn was kind of up and down on me. I did have to touch it up just once, so we give the burn a 9. For the flavors, I'm gonna give the flavors a 7.5. I was looking for just a little bit more from what I'm used to from Christian Roll, but not a bad smoke. For the body, I give it a 6.5, and for complexion and transition, I give it a 6.5 as well. And on my scale of 1 to 10, that gives the CLE Corojo 1118 an overall score of a 7.9. And on Cowboy scale of 1 to 10, that would make this an above average cigar. So I challenge you guys, if you haven't tried the CLE line, to go out and grab that Corojo. Tell me what you guys think. And don't forget to come by the Triple Leaf Cigar Lounge if you're ever in the area and check these guys out. This really, really is a great place and some great folk to hang out with. So this is Cowboy. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. I expect you all to do the same. And that's my take on it. Peace.